Here we are at the Iroquois White Corn Project with the Friends of Ganondagan and the State Historic Site, Ganondagan State Historic Site. Today we have two Haudenosaunee chefs here, and we wanted to talk to them about some of the foods and some of the preparations for this afternoon and what we're going to be doing. Primarily using indigenous products here, and want to talk about maybe some of the things that we have on the table here. But first of all, if you both can introduce yourselves, tell us a little bit about yourselves, who you are, where you're from, and then we'll kind of dig in from there. So first we have...
Hi, I'm Angela Ferguson. I am Onondaga Eel Clan, and I am the supervisor of the Onondaga Nation farm, where we grow all our traditional foods for our community members, and we're trying to bring back all of our pre-colonial diet, bring the health and wellness back to our people, and also honor all of our relatives, not only the three sisters, but also getting back into foraging, hunting, fishing, medicine gathering, and things like that.
Okay, and who is this fine gentleman that we have today?
It's really Noni Legwasnean gets. Arlie Doxtator is my given name, and I'm an Oneida chef who's been in the business for 35 years. And within that time, probably within the past 20 years, 15 years, I've really had a drawing and a focus on our indigenous foods and how not only to prepare them, but to even more get to understand my relationship and our relationships and our responsibilities to these relatives and what they can do for us. What Ange does is the first step. And so my part, and what I feel I need to help do, is to help teach taking care of these relatives so that they can continue to fulfill their duties to us, giving us medicine, filling our bellies, giving us nourishment, and bringing us together as humans. And what we're doing here today is, I think, the next step in this whole process of what we're calling decolonization. But even more so than that is, where do we fit in as humans, as Haudenosaunee humans, with these food relatives? Those that are learning to forage and to pick, and the fishing and the hunting and the gathering, how that's the first step. And so how do we continue to honor those things, and how do we continue to grow and bring these ideas back to our communities, and how a good way to prepare them. And one of the things that we talk about is going back and preparing these foods in our original containers. So you'll see the clay pots here. You'll see us cooking on rocks in a fire. We'll be using a wooden trough with hot rocks to make a soup. What we want to really bring out is not so much certain recipes or more focusing on the ingredients. You always hear things that we talk, in the business we talk about the best ingredients, the freshest ingredients, but they're all the best. They all have responsibilities. They all have a certain flavor. They all have a certain duty. And as someone who's been in this business for a long time, who's been taught by people like Angela and Amy and some of the elders that I have got to speak with, and the storytellers, the faith keepers, the title holders, all those that have taught me about what our foods are and what they really, how we should be towards our foods and with our foods. That's why we're here. And what's going to happen this weekend, I believe, is going to be bigger than what any of us really understand. And I can't wait. I'm really excited. Just the energy that you see on this table. Each one of these beans, each one of these seeds, each one of these plants, each one of these pots, each one of these tools, these baskets, they all represent knowledge, they all represent a history, they all represent duties and responsibilities. And what we're going to do and what we just want to start doing is finding out and starting that conversation, starting a dialogue, not only with each other, but with these relatives and how they can help us and what they want and what they need for us and how we as humans take that to the next step for our people and our communities, for the healing. I think in this day and age of this COVID, and even before that, you know, we always talk about the three big killers, but yet we look to modern medicine for our healing when all of these things that you see here, plus more that are still out in the woods, that are still in the lakes, that are still flying, those are what we should be looking towards because they're there. They haven't left us. And what's going to happen this weekend, I think, and they've already reached out to many of us, you know, the dreams, the whispers in our ears, the ideas that pop in our heads, the epiphanies, the aha moments, all those, the light bulbs going off. That's these relatives telling us, I'm still here. Let me help. Let us help. I can't wait to find out what they have to tell us this weekend.